So the next project that we're going to do is 1 point perspective. So when I say 1 point, it means that there is one vanishing point that you can see from the perspective that you're at. So somewhere in the middle of your paper, just going to make one tiny little dot, just like that. It doesn't have to be big. In fact, it shouldn't be big. And everything that's not vertical or horizontal in your drawing will go towards the vanishing point, because that's how we show depth. So what we're going to do is just create like a back wall. And I like to draw my lines light, especially at first, because I end up erasing some. And I don't like to use an actual ruler. The rulers we have in class are really large, and they kind of get in the way. I just fold up a piece of paper, and you've got a straight edge. So there I've got the back wall of my room. And then I'm going to use my vanishing point and connect it to each corner to create the floors and additional walls. Let's see. So here I'm drawing the floor, and see how the floor is in perspective now? You can tell that this is further away from me than this is down here. Good to do the same to create the walls and ceilings. So that creates this back wall here, and I'm lining it up to the vanishing point. That's really important. If you just have it at an angle, it could be the wrong angle. So we want to make sure we have the right one. So since it's a room, I'm going to go ahead and just put in a door. The height of the door is going to stay vertical like this. And the width of the door will stay vertical like this. And I'm going to make it more like a doorway than an actual door. So I'm going to create just sort of the wall thickness of that door. And I'm going to connect that to the vanishing point here and here. And then bring this vertical up to that line and then over. Okay. You want to get as close to vertical as you can. So it's just barely showing up on the camera. So I'm going to go over it just a little bit darker so that you can see it a little bit easier. Alright, I'm going to leave these lines light because as I put furniture in there, I may want to erase some of it. Alright, so the door is easy because it's kind of directly facing you. So the next thing that I'm going to draw is a window, and I'm going to put it on, oh, you know what, this door goes out into nothingness, doesn't it? It'll probably have a back wall too, so we'll just add that back wall there. So it goes off into another room somewhere. Alright, does this add up? No, that's going to be past it. Okay, so you can't see the ceiling from that perspective. Next I'm going to do a window, and the side of the window. And I'm going to start out light again, like I did before. The bottom and top of the window show the depth of the window. It shows how far away it goes from you, or towards you maybe. And then the side is going to be vertical again. Does that make sense, how that's going to be? Or maybe we'll just make that a... No, we'll make this a window. I'm going to give it some depth. So the width of the wall here is actually going to be a totally totally horizontal line, like this. So that gives me the width of the outside wall. And I've got a vertical line here. It's a little longer there than I need. And then this line is going to go towards the vanishing point. The thing about the vanishing point in these drawings is that it has to be at the horizon. So I know that if this is a window that goes outside, this is going to be my horizon line right there. Does that make sense? The horizontal line there is going to be my horizon. It has to line up with my vanishing point. And I might just add a little tree or something. I don't know. This is not the point of the drawing, so we won't spend too much time on it. Just a little something out there. Thanks. Okay, so there, we've got a little tree in our yard. Let's see, what else should we do? At this point, I already have established that we've got a drawing of a room, so it's kind of up to you where you go here, what kind of room you want it to be. The only thing that you need to prove to me is that you can draw in perspective. So I guess next I'll do a rug on the floor. And I like to have stripes on my rug. And if you don't want to do a rug, sometimes like a wood floor is nice. It helps show better that you have perspective. And I like the little tassels at the end of the rug. So I'm going to make a really soft line for where those tassels are going to sit.
Could you do a wood floor and a rug?
You surely could. Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we do that? Girl, yes. There's just a really soft line there. Okay, so since I'm going to have stripes on my rug, because I like stripes, I'll measure just a little space here, and just with each one, I'll make it a touch bigger. And then I'll measure that one, I'll make this one a little bit bigger. Measure that one, make this one just a little bit bigger. Measure that one, make this one just a little bit bigger, and so forth. There we go. So we're just going to have a few stripes on the rug. Try to keep those lines really nice and horizontal. And you notice that each one gets a little bit bigger as it comes closer to you. Your eye will assume that they're all the same size because it's in perspective. That's it. Oh, one more. There we go. Okay, and then for the tassels, I'll just do like a little circle at the end of each one. Just a little decoration. I'm going to have the ends of the tassels come to that line that I drew a minute ago. Just it's sort of like a and then I can erase that line. It'll be approximately right there. And same thing on this side. And now all the tassels look like they're roughly the same size. Alright, so if I was going to do a wood floor, now I want all the wood panels to be the same size. So what I'm going to do that is just measure a space on my straight edge and make a mark. And just make that same mark all the way across the floor. And I'm only going to go halfway for the sake of time because I think it'll get the point across. Okay, and then I'm going to line each one of those points up with the vanishing point here. Now remember, we've got a rug on the carpet, so when we get there, we're going to have to go under it with these. Ugh, this can be tedious, but it's not difficult. You just have to do it. And so forth. So you get the idea. We've got some lines that work with perspective. You're going to need, I'd say, bare minimum 5 things that show that you understand perspective in the room. And again, that's bare minimum. That's not to earn 100. That's to get like a 70. So right here we would have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm almost to a 70 already. So you can see where this would be really easy to accomplish. If you're the creative type, now's a really great time to show some of your creativity. I've had students do things that are like a whole zombie theme, or they've done their own bedroom, somebody tried to do a kitchen, somebody's done a bathroom. I don't recommend the bathroom, it's really hard. Also, be a little leery of doing anything on the ceiling. Ceiling fans can be exceptionally difficult. The ceiling lights, especially the round ones, are really difficult. If you insist, I'll help you with them, but I don't recommend it. So, if you want to look at furniture, I recommend going online and searching for bed in 1-point perspective or something like that, and you'll get a really good idea about how to do all that. Do you want me to do one more piece, just like a square piece, like a mattress kind of?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We're just going to do the back of the mattress. Have it come forward here. It's almost at that point. Bring it back and have it come forward here. It's a little boxy still. And remember how I drew my lines lighter in there? Here we're erasing them again. And that's why, because you can't see through the mattress, obviously. And then I'm going to bring it down. You want, if I know that this line is the end of my room, the end of the whatever furniture you have has to go at least to that mark. If it doesn't go there, then it'll look like it's floating in the air and it doesn't make any sense. So I'll do that. Bring this corner vertical. And it looks like all of this is going to have to go now. All that work.
Yeah.
That's all right. So you're not going to see any of those lines because they're going to be under the mattress now. Maybe some of these. We'll see. So if the end of your mattress, for me, it comes right here. It's it exists on the left side of the vanishing point. If it goes further than that, and this line is vertical or more, then you don't have to do the end of the mattress. But since it is to the right of it, I'm going to have to draw it. So this side is going to come vertical here, and then we're going to have to connect corners from the vanishing point to the corner of the bed. There. Does that make sense? And then this is our vertical line. Now here's the thing, it doesn't look very comfortable. So we're just going to round out our corners because beds should look soft. And then I'm just going to kind of soften that up. And then, let's see, we'll put a blanket maybe. And then I'll just have this fold around the back like that, so that it actually looks like it wraps around, see? And then I'll just bring the blanket, and just for time's sake, for now, I'm just going to bring it straight down. And because you're using a straight edge, anytime you have a wavy line, it will stand out really obviously wavy compared to all of your straight lines. And just like a pillow. And I'll erase everything behind it. Not the most exciting thing in the world, I understand. The point of this, though, is that when we move on to our next assignments, you're going to want to show that you can show perspective and understand that things are larger as they come towards you, farther as they move away. We'll just create an area with a box spring. Round that out. Okay. That's pretty basic. It kind of looks like a prison. Be more creative than I am, and you'll end up with a better piece. Let's see if we can get a better shot of it. Oh, there we go. You can see it now. Ta-da. Done.